Getting it in. Let's get it. Honor the greats. Do what we got to do. Let's get it, baby. September 13th. Here we come.
Two champions from different eras are about to meet in a fight many thought would never happen. For more than 10 years, Canelo Alvarez has been the biggest name in boxing. Across the ring stands Terence Crawford, an unbeaten fighter who has moved through weight classes with ease, defeating everyone in his path. When the bell rings, this won't just be another match. It will be a true test of skill, power, and legacy. Fans are split, experts disagree, and even boxing legends are weighing in. The big question is, who will come out on top? Canelo versus Crawford is more than hype. It's a showdown between one of boxing's hardest hitters and one of its sharpest minds. The matchup has everything: contrasting styles, high stakes, and careers that could be defined by the outcome. Some believe Canelo's strength and size will be the difference. Others are confident Crawford's accuracy, speed, and ability to adjust will give him the edge.
Feel that'll set you up for Canelo and Crawford, the winner of that fight?
1,000%. We're aiming for that, you know what I'm saying? But July 12th, I gotta go in there. I gotta shine first, you know what I'm saying? I gotta go in there, look like a superstar, you know, I'm talking my so I gotta back it up, you know what I'm saying? That just forcing me to really go out there and perform, you know, and it's boxing, man, you know, y'all love it, you know? Fight ones don't go nowhere, you know what I'm saying?
Who wins that fight?
50-50, I say it's a 50-50.
Edgar Berlonga, famous for his knockout power, is watching this fight very closely. He believes Canelo has the edge, but what really matters to him is what comes after. Berlonga has made it clear he wants the winner, no matter who it is. With his own fight set for July 12th, he's confident that once that's behind him, he'll be ready to face whoever comes out on top. If that matchup happens, the super middleweight division could heat up fast, with Berlonga right at the center of the action.
I see Crawford and Canelo having a good fight for the first 4 rounds, but then I see Canelo, slowly commanding the fight and winning.
Why?
Because too big.
What do you make of Crawford moving up from?
I think Crawford's doing an excellent job moving up. He's great, and he's very courageous. He's a great fighter, and he's doing all the right things. I just think Canelo's too big.
Shane Mosley understands what it takes to move up in weight. He's done it himself against some of boxing's biggest names. His view on Canelo versus Crawford is simple: size matters. Mosley respects Crawford's skill, but he warns that Canelo's natural strength could wear Bud down as the fight goes on. In boxing, talent usually rules the day, but if your opponent is too strong, you may not get the chance to use that talent long enough to win. Still, not everyone is thrilled about this matchup.
Do you like the fight?
I like the fight because I believe that it's a good fight. I just know that, coming at 168 with the Kingpin at 168, it's an uphill battle for Crawford. So if anybody could do it, though, it could be Crawford. You know what I'm saying? But even Crawford jumped line and jumped in front of Benavidez.
Coach Bullitt, a respected world-class trainer, isn't convinced this fight is purely about competition. He questions whether politics is playing a bigger role. In his view, fighters like David Morrell and Hamza Shiraz have been putting in the work in Canelo's division, but are being overlooked. Legacy fights are fine, he says, but when contenders are skipped over, it disrupts the natural order of the sport. From his perspective, Canelo should have faced a different opponent before Crawford ever got the opportunity.
It's a big jump for sure, but I feel like Crawford definitely has a great chance. I feel like it's a 50-50 fight. I really don't know who will come out on top of that one. I just feel like the better man that night will win. So I feel like the fans are the winners in that one.
And then there's Kermel Moton, just 18 years old, but already one of the brightest prospects in Floyd Mayweather's camp. Despite his age, he views the sport with the eye of a veteran. Asked about Canelo versus Crawford, Moton didn't try to play expert or choose sides. Instead, he admitted this is one of those rare fights where predicting a winner feels nearly impossible. For him, it's not about who hits harder or who has the better record. It comes down to brains over brawn. In Moton's opinion, the fighter who makes the smartest adjustment first will be the one who leaves with the victory.
Concerned about him absorbing a Canelo punch, especially through the course of 12 rounds.
We do know this about Canelo. He's going to slow down, so I think if anything, Canelo would try to start fast and bang on him and break him down before he gets later. And he still got that kind of steam. But, there's so many components that make a champion. There's so many components that make a great, a legend. It's just so much to go into. It's a conversation that lasts an hour easily when we talk about all of the components that Terence Crawford has, all of the components that Canelo have, and how we find how they even out and who trumps one another. You know what I mean? We tried to do that with Errol Spence and Terence Crawford, and we see how that panned out,
When Sean Porter speaks, it comes from real experience, and he doesn't sugarcoat his words. To him, this fight is more than just a display of skill. It's a test of who can handle 12 tough rounds under the brightest spotlight. Porter has seen Crawford adapt in the ring and outthink top-level opponents, but he warns that Canelo's raw power is an entirely different challenge. As Porter puts it, Crawford passed the Errol Spence test with flying colors, but stepping in against Canelo is like entering a whole new classroom with much harder questions waiting.
Canelo Crawford, good fight. Good fight. Canelo has advantage because Crawford moving up, but my advice to Crawford is like maintain the speed, improve the speed, and improve the strength. Because it's hard to go up in high weight and maintain your speed. So speed is the key. Like he should focus on speed, footwork, and improve the power.
Manny Pacquiao knows exactly what Terence Crawford is about to face. He's been the smaller man moving up in weight, taking on opponents with size, power, and fight-ending punches. From that experience, Pacquiao's advice to Crawford is straightforward. Keep the feet light, keep the hands fast, and never stop moving. In a matchup like this, speed isn't just an advantage, it's survival. Pacquiao believes the outcome could depend on whether Crawford can maintain that speed into the late rounds. Because if he slows down, even for a moment, Canelo will catch him, and that could be the end of the night.
I gotta ask you this: Crawford, Canelo. How does it end?
I'm gonna say I've been saying Canelo, but I think Crawford might pull something.
Why?
I think that the odds are in his favor as far as that. The reason why people are gonna tune in is not just because of Canelo. It's gonna be mainly because of the Crawford. How is he gonna do going up? 2 more weight classes. Especially after the Madrimov fight that he had in last year.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the problem though. Crawford is fighting too many. He's not fighting a lot. He's fighting once